Lil Wayne is one of the biggest names in hip-hop, and there's no doubt that he has earned that spot. Selling over 120 million records worldwide, Lil Wayne is one of the most successful artists of the 21st century. The self-proclaimed best rapper alive has released 13 studio albums and countless mixtapes over the years. But some of his rise to fame came from the criminal history that shaped the content of Wayne's music. The 37-year-old has had a plethora of run-ins with the law, one of which has landed him some serious time behind bars. Curious what Lil Wayne was up to that earned him his time in lockup? Well, then we got you covered. Here is an exclusive look at the criminal history of Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, otherwise known as Dwayne Carter Jr., is a 37-year-old rapper, singer, songwriter, and entrepreneur out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Wayne grew up in an impoverished neighborhood called Holly Grove, which is a sub-district of uptown New Orleans. Holly Grove has a long history of crime, and since the 1970s, the neighborhood has been associated with drug dealers and above-average homicide rates. Soon after the rise of crack cocaine in the southern United States, the New Orleans Police Department came into constant conflict with local drug dealers in the neighborhood. By the 1980s, and well into the 90s, gun violence and homicide were daily occurrences, making it one of the most dangerous places in the country with a crime rate that stood at 137% above national averages. Growing up around this type of environment led young Dwayne Carter to get involved himself. At the age of 12, Lil Wayne managed to shoot himself in the chest with a 9mm handgun. It's unclear, however, whether it was an accident or a suicide attempt. In early interviews, Wayne claims that it was an accident fueled by being high and not knowing how to handle a gun safely. In his 2015 song London Roads, the rapper makes it sound more like it was a suicide attempt gone wrong. Either way, this might be one of those things that stays with Wayne and Wayne only. Lil Wayne started making music early, and at the raw age of 8, he wrote his first rap song. Wayne's first break came when he was 13, after a local rapper named Birdman found him at a record store and put him on the Cash Money Records label. As the youngest member of the record label, Wayne sat alongside up-and-coming artists Juvenile and Turk. The trio went on to form the southern hip-hop group Hot Boys, and Lil Wayne served as the top artist of the group and the record label. Wayne kept with Cash Money Records until 2018 when he decided to cut ties and move in his own direction. Now, let's get into what all this history and background brought Wayne throughout the years. In July of 2007, Lil Wayne was arrested in New York City following a live performance at the Beacon Theater. The NYPD found the rapper and one other individual smoking a little bit of weed near his tour bus. The marijuana wasn't the big issue though, because as police searched Lil Wayne's tour bus, they ended up finding a .40 caliber pistol stashed somewhere inside the rapper's tour bus, claiming he was trying to conceal it. The gun was registered, but it was registered to his manager, and the gun was found directly where Lil Wayne was sitting. Mr. Carter was charged with 1 count of criminal weapons possession and 1 count of criminal possession of a loaded weapon. Wayne's lawyers made the claim that the gun did not belong to Carter and that the police had no legal right to search his tour bus. Wayne eventually pleaded guilty to the gun charges in October of 2009. The rapper served an 8-month sentence with good behavior at Rikers Island Prison for the weapons charges. In 2008, Lil Wayne was arrested in the state of Arizona on multiple drug and weapons charges after canine units searched the tour bus and found marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, and over $20,000 in cash. Wayne ended up posting a $10,000 bail and was allowed to leave the state, but on the date of his court hearing, he didn't show up. This was only because Lil Wayne was already serving his 1-year sentence for weapons charges at Rikers Island Prison. Wayne was sentenced to 3 years of probation after his release by an Arizona judge. Most recently, in 2019, Lil Wayne was flying through Miami International Airport when the plane that he was on was searched by ATF and other law enforcement agents after local police had received a tip that there were drugs being transported on board, which was enough probable cause to receive a search warrant. Both cocaine and a gold-plated firearm were found on board. Wayne was not charged in this incident, and it's unknown if anyone in Lil Wayne's entourage were charged for those items. The plane had a carrying capacity of 14 passengers, and it is unclear whether the plane belonged to Wayne or not. On top of the gun and drug charges, Wayne has had a rough ride involving other lawsuits and legal issues. In February of 2009, a record company called RMF Productions filed a $1.3 million lawsuit against Lil Wayne after a $100,000 advance payment for 3 live shows ended up being canceled. The same year, Wayne, Birdman, Cash Money Records, and various other distributors were sued for copyright infringement. In 2006, Thomas Marasciullo recorded Italian spoken lyrics that were used later on without his permission. In 2012, Wayne was sued by a total of 4 producers over unpaid royalties from his album, The Carter 3. Totals from all the lawsuits topped $3 million in unpaid royalties. It's unknown how that played out for Lil Wayne, but I can guarantee that it's settled by now. Well, there you have it, the entire criminal history of Lil Wayne in one single YouTube video. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please, hit that like button. If you want to see more criminal history videos just like this one, well, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, and feel free to click the notification bell as well to be notified whenever we upload. Also, comment down below on any suggestions on who we should make a criminal history video on next. That's all we have for today's video. I'm out.
Página do canal do Instagram aí, ó. Pra vocês que querem curtir aí drill, rap, trap, gringo aí, ó. Sigam lá a página lá, dá uma fortalecida pra nós.